and stronger.
Well, we're fortunate because that was actually one of my goals for 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down my goals, and there's a problem with writing down goals. And many people say, how could there ever be a problem writing down goals? Well, had done it, I just wasn't specific enough because I said, I want to rebuild a house. I didn't say I wanted to buy a new piece of land and rebuild a house. The universe gave me everything that I asked for. And so I figure us very fortunate because that was at least on our mind. Can you imagine all the people who all they could do was buy their first house, save enough money, and that was like a major accomplishment. And nowhere on their radar was building a house. Well, it was given to them without writing a goal down. So at least we had that as something, as a future goal in mind. So imagine the PTSD those people are going through where their mind just, if you've never had to negotiate contracts, speak to contractors, architects, insurance people, it's almost a full-time job. And if you don't know that language, the stress that those people are under. And I've seen people break down crying in my office because they don't know what to do. Do I sell the piece of property? Do I keep it? I have a friend from high school, him and his wife are still undecided of whether they're going to sell their property or move back into it. And they have very different opinions. So that fire has created so much trauma and stress in people's life. It was a life-changing experience for a whole community. That's the way that I see it.
Wow. I can't imagine. Well, now you guys are better and stronger. Even though that's not how we wanted it to come back better and stronger, but it's really inspiring to see how much you've grown from it and with everything that you've gone through. And I think, like you said, it was just maturity. It's I got married at 23 and then had my first baby at 25. Of course I'm not that same person from back then, but man, what would I have done if I had waited or whatever? And so it's such a different way of thinking. So I commend you for living life and then starting a family. It's a beautiful thing. So it's amazing. But where can people find your wines? Where can they go and buy all of it?
www.hermosillofamilywines.com.
Great.
You get like HFW or something.com. That'd be cool.
I will share this. And again, thank you guys so much for coming on here and sharing this personal part of your story and helping others. I know that someone's going to listen and just be inspired by your positivity and your mindset and everything. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Annette. It was so fun to be on your podcast.
Thank you so much.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Thank you for listening to the Truths We Hide podcast, created and founded by your host, Annette, the founder of A Wild Ride Called Life. Also, a big thank you to all of our sponsors for each and every episode that is aired. We have so much support from them and all of our listeners. You can find more information at www.awildridecalledlife.com.